What is up, guys? It's your boy Hook. Different kind of video, you know. Don't got the chat or anything like that. What I'm listening to right now is Alley Cat by Persona 5, which y'all know is the sad boy theme. And yeah, today I got some bad news, chat. I think Piccolo is over, bruh.
Come on, wake up! Please don't leave me! Let me help you the same way you helped me! You can't go! Please!
Subscribe to the goddamn channel, man.
It's over, man. I don't think he's viable in this meta any longer, and since I will be competing more and more, I don't want to lose so badly anymore. But I think that Piccolo, he just takes way too much skill in this game nowadays. So I'm gonna give y'all some of my reasonings, because I know some of you guys are gonna be like, why he's so strong? Why would you drop him? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I know he's strong, and this might come out maybe a little downplay. I don't think it's downplay. I'm just gonna tell y'all exactly why I think in this meta, it's just way too hard for him. Reason number one why I'm dropping him, the main reason why I think I should drop him. As much as I love this assist, it just does not compare to Vegeto's assist, bro. Vegeto's assist does the same exact thing that Piccolo's does, but like 10 times better. It's good for offensive, it's good for hit stun, it's good to mash during block strings, it's good full screen, it's good for neutral, it's free, man. It's literally the way better Piccolo assist. It's a pretty big difference. Not only is Vegeto's assist just so much better, but there's just so much counterplay to Piccolo's assist nowadays. It seems strong against certain teams, but against the meta teams, it's over, bro. So for example, I'm using Wawa's team on the right side over here. There is just infinite possibilities for the opponent to just get in, bro. So for one, as soon as they see Piccolo assist, they call Vegito and they're both gone, just like that. And it's just not even his team. This is almost the whole cast can do shit like this, bro. They see Piccolo assist, instantly call Vegito, shit's gone, bro. And there's so much counterplay to it that I just feel like it isn't as strong as it used to be, especially compared to Vegeto's assist. There are so many moves in this game that just completely bypass Piccolo's assist. It's just not even fair anymore. I call the assist, there's this, that beats it completely for free. I would have to guess that they're gonna do that. And if the opponent doesn't want to do that, there's this, which is another pretty much I have to guess. It almost feels like they're winning because I called the assist, bro. They're gonna do something that I have to guess immediately. While Vegito is just like, nah, it's my turn. You know? It just feels very power crept compared to Vegeto's assist. And after using Vegeto's assist in real matches, it is just what Piccolo assist used to be when, you know, zoning was actually viable. I don't think zoning is that viable anymore in this game, because obviously all the ways to bypass neutral now, it's just not it for this meta. I'm just showing an example with these characters, but pretty much every single top tier can just smoke Piccolo's assist for free. For example, the other Android 21 does one key blast and it breaks both of them. It goes through both of them, even in the between. Broly's 5S also does the same thing. Obviously, you know, some other characters, they just key blast it real quick. Base Vegeta has no problems, you know, handling it. As soon as he sees Piccolo's assist, just like that, you know. It just feels very weak compared to what the meta's asking for, especially now with 21. This move just destroying the assist makes it feel kind of useless, you know. I'm trying to go in, if I make one mistake, I take 90%, you know. But that's my main reason why I think I don't really want to use them no more. But it also goes in with the next thing. The next thing is it's very hard to make a Piccolo team nowadays, bro. Like realistically, I can't really even think of what could be the best Piccolo team. So Piccolo is a mid for the most part, right? He's a mid. With 21's release, he has no role anymore. So for example, I attempted to use this team on the left. Base Vegeta, Piccolo, 21, right? With this team, it feels like Piccolo doesn't really have a role, because my game plan with him before was like, okay, I mix with the assist, right? Get a hit or whatever. Tag in Piccolo for the great Oki in the corner, plus, you know, elbows and shit, whatever. In this version of the game, that role is pretty much done for. Because why would I tag in Piccolo over 21's debuff? It just doesn't make sense, you know? And playing a team without 21's debuff is unviable, in my opinion. The only team in this game that can fight against 21 is Yasha's team. That's it. Wawa's team on the right is probably the best team in the game. If it's not this, it's like the other 21 instead of Gogeta or Blue Gogeta. You know, it's one of the points. Vegito, Lab Coat. Easily is the best shell in the game right now. Piccolo is just so useless against this type of team. And since I'm gonna be playing competitively, you know, I'm gonna have to fight these type of teams. It's just sad to see it, man. It's just, his role is just pretty much smoked. Because if I get a hit, I'm always gonna tag in her instead of Piccolo. And on top of that, to make things even worse, so against certain characters, he can't even do the Orb Oki. Janemba's one of them, Blue Goku's one of them, and of course 21 is one of them. So if I throw the Orb out, I pretty much am going to get smoked. Unless I hard read it 2H or something, which is just, it's just ridiculous at that point. Like, for me to put the Orb out and then I'm pretty much at a disadvantage is just sad, to be honest with you. It's just so bad. It's pretty much like at the point where there's no reason to use it against certain characters. And since 21 is one of them, that makes it even worse, obviously, because I'm going to have to be fighting this woman all the time. I just wish that he had a better role in this game. It kind of was taken away from him. Once 21 came out, it just feels like he's just useless, especially against these kind of meta teams where their assist just demolishes Piccolo's assist for free. It's really overrated now, I feel like. I think Fellas is overrating it a bit. It's just, it's too much. It's too much. Too much to worry about. I have to worry about super dashing all the time. If I try to zone, I gotta worry about the opponent just doing EXs. It's just so meh. And with the role being taken away from him to 21, the team on the left just seems very weak. It's good characters, don't get me wrong, but it's just not a great team compared to something like the team on the right. Double 21 point character, anything with any fusion pretty much smokes this team, you know. My third and final reason, his neutral's fucking terrible. It is terrible. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you think the sword normals carry his neutral. It is terrible in this climate, bro. The sword normal, don't get me wrong, is his best move. It's amazing. I love it. But bro, do you see the type of normals I have to deal with on the ground? All these normals are so much better than JL, bro. Think about Vegito. I get a cool sword and this guy has a full screen gun. That is 90% on hit. Him as a point character is just awful, 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 awful. I'm not even gonna lie, I was thinking about running him point to try. Maybe use Lab Coat Vegito, but it's just not worth it because even if I played him point, round start, I can't debuff because he has to use bar to get a knockdown. He always needed meter for the cool combos and stuff like that, for the Hellzone core and carry, whatever you want to say. The neutral is just not there, man. A lot of fellas might say, well, why don't you try to orb more often? It's pretty much as obsolete as calling the assist, I feel like, at this point. Some characters on reaction can full screen normal into 80%. If Gogeta 4 dashes a little bit, this move goes full screen, which means on reaction he can just go through because this thing, it goes through assist. So literally certain characters just smoke him full screen. So what I used to do was use an assist to get the orb out, right? Then run in. Problem with this now is if I do this, there's just so many ways for the opponent to just get rid of it anyways. When I'm talking about the toppest tier characters, obviously. I'm not talking about like Krillin and stuff like that. We're talking about the reason why I'm dropping him for tournament play. I do this move, Gogeta is just gonna full screen on reaction, get 80% for free. If not, he can opt to just call his assist and get in that way for free, which makes my move obsolete at that point. After that, you know, obviously other characters like 21, for example, the other 21. Android 21 can just do 2S. The 2S is the key blast that goes up. And at that point, it's worthless because if I do this and they just do 2S, there's nothing I can do unless play the RPS of me super dashing full screen. If I think they're gonna do that and I just run them super dash, they just 2H me, I die. It's just never good to really do this move anymore. Every time I play Piccolo against the top tier teams, I always call myself like, yo, I don't even do this anymore. Because it's just not good anymore. It's just not that great anymore, you know? It's just not it. And obviously like almost 70, 60%, 70, 80% of the cast beats Piccolo, like in neutral. There's just no way I can compete with some of these buttons. And with his role being taken away, him being anchor, or trying to make comebacks, it's pretty much impossible at this point. If I'm fighting against a Vegeta player, if I do any type of orb or something, it's just this and he's free. Orb deceased. Even just using the assist call, he can just do that and get rid of it. Like himself. Just like that, assist gone. But the main thing is, with the role taken away, him being awful, I would say pretty much shit in neutral. It just doesn't seem like he's worth it anymore, fellas. I'm sorry to say. As much as I think he's tight, as much as I think he's pretty much unblockable, he just is not worth it. Because for me to get in like this, I can't put him anchor. And he has no role on this team on the left. I just don't know what team is viable with 21 and Piccolo. I don't know. The other team I thought about was Gogeta Blue 21 Piccolo. But why would I use that team if I'm gonna be fighting against Vegito players? Or better yet, Blue Gogeta Vegito 21. Like, they're gonna be just playing an entirely better like team than me, like in that way. Before all of this, all the fusions were buffed and stuff. In Season 3, I felt like I could play Piccolo because even though he was on the weaker side in neutral, my team overall was so good. When I'm talking about base Vegeta, Piccolo, Broly. At that time, that team was probably top 1, top 2 best teams in the game. Just with how much synergy, how much neutral control, everything. But once they changed this game around, you know, obviously zoning got worse. Piccolo's assist got smoked because there's just so much ways to deal with it. EX moves going through Key Blast, yada yada. Characters getting 5S buffs like Android 21 that just goes through both Key Blasts in one hit and one 5S. It just overall, my team was just smoked. It was nerfed really badly in this patch. And obviously with the debuff, if Piccolo gets debuffed, what's the point, bro? I have to waste half a bar to just get a knockdown while these fellas is doing this, you know, doing 50% off 5L mid-screen. Like, it's just, I can't do it, bro. It's just not it. It's sad. It's really, really, really sad. But this is the game we play now, man. You know? So those are my reasons. This music about to make me cry, bro, with this shit. I'm not gonna lie, it's only sad to me because, like, obviously I've been playing this character since the beginning, but I definitely was not sad when I was playing my base Vegito team, and I was having a blast just doing rocket kick Vegito call. This assist is so carried, it's not even funny. It's so much better than Piccolo's assist. It's like pretty much Piccolo's assist, but 20 times better, I think. But yeah, the green man, I'm sorry, bro, but for competitive play, it's time to finally let him go, man. I have to get with the times, bro. The times is leaving Piccolo behind. The times is leaving Piccolo behind, bro. He don't got no EX full screen moves that do 1,000,000 damage. He just doesn't have them, bro. His assist is not as strong as it used to be. And I'm just a broken record trying to be copium with this character. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you fellas next time with the Vegito. Peace out, fellas.